Go.
No, I'm not. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the Entrepreneur Power Hour. This is Chris Peters. I have Kareem Mays here with me, Carl Davis, and Cindy Ashline. Tonight we're going to be discussing making friends and influencing people, the power of connections. So guys, start us off. Kareem, what have you been doing to build relationships with people, and what have you learned through that process?
Well, I've been connecting with people on Facebook and Google+, even people at work. And one thing I really come to believe through that is when you spend time with people like me and you really get to know them, it really helps a lot.
I agree with you. Myself, I mean, we met wonderful people like Cindy here and Carl and Dada and David H. Paul and Marcia and a bunch of other people we've had on the show. And I think what keeps people coming back is they know that we're legitimate and they're legitimate and we're all very honest and all have very similar values. And I think that's very important when you're building relationships, is that you identify with other people's values and ethics and you support whatever they're doing and they support what you're doing. It's a mutual thing. Carl, Cindy, what do you guys have to say about what we're talking about here?
I think with a connection, it's something that goes on for a lot longer rather than a short while. I think maybe a connection would be like knowing someone for, a year or so before you, or 6 months or a couple of months before you even approach them with any kind. Just ask them how they're doing and how their life has been going, and kind of connect with them on other bases before you go any other connections towards business, just in case they're not into business. Relationships is always a must. If you don't get out there and talk to people and develop over a course of a week or 2 or 3 or whatever, and connecting with a month, whatever.
Yep.
Because if you just force it down their throat, they're going to say, well, this guy is all about, with an ego, they're going to pick up an ego, and they're going to realize this guy is all about his ego. He only wants is a number cruncher, and that's all he thinks about. He's not into the connection. He's into the number crunch. And number crunching don't last. It just don't last. The retention rate drops right out because you didn't create that relationship. You didn't build off that relationship. And Francis, I see you're new to the call tonight. Thank you for coming.
I made it. Thank you very much, Carl.
No, thank everybody here that was cheering you on to be here.
Oh, well, hey, guys. Good to be back with you.
Yeah. So tonight, Francis, we're talking about the power of connections, building relationships, and inspiring other people. And doing what you've done for the last long part of your life, what are some positive aspects you've noticed about when you've built solid relationships with people? How have you made other people feel, and how have others made you feel, and how powerful have those connections stayed throughout the years? And how are you able to keep those connections solid? What are some skills that you've been able to learn from others and teach others when it comes to keeping those relationships strong?
Oh, that is a tall order.
Sorry. I just know you have a lot of wisdom, Francis, in this area because you used to work for Nightingale Conant, and you have a lot of experience in network marketing and dealing with people. So we're really, really anxious to hear your wisdom and your words on this subject. That's why I asked you such an elaborate question like that, because I really believe you're one of the smartest women I've ever met. You got a lot of wisdom, and you're a very caring person. So go ahead.
You're too kind. I guess the best way to approach the question is in tutoring and mentoring my downlines, my success teams. I instruct them right off the bat, don't be a money hunger. If you're a money hunger and somebody feels that you're just trying to put their money in your pocket, you're going to lose a sale right off the bat. You're going to lose a connection. You have to develop a connection, and the best way to do that is to remember that people always like to talk about themselves.
Yeah.
Um, if I could use you for a minute as an illustration,
Go ahead.
and I'll kind of role play with you, and I'll pretend that it's the first time we've connected, and I'll say, "Hi, Chris. I really appreciate you getting in touch with me. And are you new to network marketing?" And if you say yes, I'll say, "Well, what is it you might be looking to accomplish, and what developed your interest in approaching me and connecting with me? How can I help you?"
Well, the first thing I would say is no, I'm not new to network marketing. I've been doing it learning about it for the last 5 years. And my goal as an entrepreneur is to build a team of people who know, like, and trust me, and who I know, like, and trust, and that we have similar ethics and similar values, and I believe in everybody working together. And uh, that's about it. Yeah, you know, that's what I
Well,
want to do.
I would reply to that honestly and right off the cuff with, "I applaud your outlook on network marketing and the way you're approaching it.
Yep.
And
Thank you.
I would love to work with you closer. And I don't know what forms of communication you have open with your team or with your prospective clients or customers,
Mhm.
but I'm not in this for the money myself. I am already financially free, and my goal is to help others also become financially free. Now, I'm not going to pitch an opportunity to somebody like yourself
Mhm.
or anybody right off the bat,
Right.
because I want them to know and trust me and have value within their expectations of me.
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
Uh,
so, is now a good time that we could talk a few minutes, or uh, would there be a better time for you?
yeah. I mean, that's exactly the way I'd go about it too. The way that you just described when you're dealing with somebody new, you got to find out what they want and where they want to go and how they want to do it, and you got to teach them that it's all about making a solid
All
connection.
about them. It's about making the journey together.
Right. That's right. You're absolutely right.
Exactly, exactly. And that's the thing. If you think about a relationship with a store clerk, they have people coming in all day long. They have different types of personality colors. Some don't talk, some do. And you kind of got to fit in with the public so that they'll want to come back. And it's the same in business. You know, like, and trust. Well, it's also the similarities of when you're doing business at a business, like downstairs. There's stores all the way around us, but it's the people that they deal with down here. They're very nice. They're very open.
In order to be an effective mentor to anybody, you have to learn based on your conversations with them their limitations and how you can best serve them. You have to approach this that you're a servant of the public, and you got to be able to talk to somebody and kind of get a grasp and feel for what their capabilities are. First off, do they even know how to use their machine? You know, you can't drive a car if you haven't had instructions. So, are you going to have to start from go and even instruct these people on how to properly use their computer? or are they well versed in using the computer and you have to give them the tools to reach out to other people
Yeah,
and groom them how to approach other people?
right. That's right. Yep. I agree with you. Cindy, what are some ways that you've connected with people and benefited from it and helped others learn to do the same thing?
Okay, well, a little bit about what Kareem and Carl are doing. Like I go on Facebook, and yeah, it's like Carl was saying you need to build the relationships first before you even talk about business. You see what they need, and let them talk about themselves. And I also belong to like some social meetup groups, so I enjoy that. I get out and meet with people, and then if there's an opportunity to say what I'm doing, I'll say I work for the state, and then I also work from home part time, and and things like that, and and then they know what I'm doing, and then if they're interested, they can ask me more about it. So I stay connected on and offline.
Well,
Yep.
how would you bring value, Cindy? How would you bring value to a new acquaintance that you just met? How would you create value about yourself to that person? I guess is the best question I've made.
Okay. Well, I would mention what I'm doing to help me with my health. I could offer them health and wealth. So that's something like there's money to be made too, and if they want to get healthier and make money, so that they'd be able to live their dream and do what they want, not what they have to do. Like really enjoy going to work instead of just going to a job that they have to go to make a living, something that they really want to do, and building their health and meeting a lot of nice people, building more friendships, and um, having the money to possibly travel at some point if they wanted to do that.
Very good. Very good.
Well, as with in a restaurant, if you don't please the customer, they don't come back. So as within the health and wellness, if your products aren't pleasing them and they don't have no use for them, then you're going to have a hard time selling them. I mean, you have to talk about, you have to build up a relationship from the
Right.
ground up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be from the ground up. You can't even start off anything of the business world until you actually know the person you're talking to. They got to have somewhat of an interest. And that
Exactly.
means you got to pique their curiosity
Yep.
of what you're doing too.
Yeah.
It's a curiosity thing. And you go out there and you tell them, well, I'm in ID Life, and you tell them all the details. Well, there's not going to be anything left for them to explore. So they're not going to explore.
I would have.
It's like, I'm going to take your word for it.
Right.
Face
Yeah,
value.
no, big details. I understand that too, Carl. Yes.
Yeah, I would have approached it a little bit differently. Kind of in the vein of, well, I do have an interest in sharing health and wellness with other people. Could you tell me a little bit, or would you mind sharing a little bit about your personal issues? Maybe we could help you to cope with some of your health issues directly. Or do you have diabetes running in your family? Or is anybody in your family suffering from fibromyalgia? Or is there any kind of health disorder that seems to be running through your family or personally that I could help you with that you might like to discuss?
Yeah.
And you say, well, I have diabetes or diabetes runs in my family. Well, how is your health professional coping with that? Are they supportive and are they effective in your treatment?
Yeah. Wow.
Well, it's
Yeah. I mean,
just I'm sorry, Chris.
no. I'll talk and then I'll let you go. It's yeah. I mean, because you can't just sell products to people. You know, you got to make sure that they are interested in being healthy, first of all. Second of all, you got to be willing to give them free samples, which I did when I was working with It Works Global, which, you know, was not as good of a company as I thought it was.
Excellent, by the way.
No, there's a lot of things about it that I didn't like.
Oh,
Um,
they made some changes, I guess. But
well, I won't get into that.
I would
We'll
like
talk. We'll talk about that after. Anyway,
to, how many psychiatrists does it take to screw in a light bulb? It only takes one, but the light bulb has to be interested in going.
yeah. Well, the thing is, when I was doing the company, there was a lot of like I had really good customers. They were all my friends, but they didn't like the auto ship requirements.
They,
They didn't like after 30 days that they would lose all their perks points. And our distributors, me and Kareem, you know what, Kareem was underneath me, and there were times when he couldn't afford his auto ship, or he didn't want to pay for it because he didn't want to buy something that month.
and
And
the
then
first they're going to cut
Francis,
out of their budget.
and I mean, it was just so difficult to keep everybody paying for their product for their auto ship. It's a terrible policy, and I don't think any company should have it. I think auto ship is the worst policy that a company can have.
I agree. I don't like the profile of a policy like that myself.
No, because it forces you to buy product to qualify to get paid. It's not good, and nobody wants to have to be forced to buy something just because they have to qualify for commissions. It's a bad business model. So we
Yes.
got out of It Works, and now we're doing the Entrepreneur Power Hour, and we're involved in something else that we really enjoy. So that's what we're doing, and we're going to be certified life coaches. So I'm really happy about that.
Well, I can't tell you how many times I get a call during the week, and they say, "Oh, you've won this or you've won that." Well, wonderful. I'm looking forward to getting it in the mail. Well, could you pay shipping or a handling charge? I said no, because if I want it and you want to give it to me, then I actually want it. If I've got to pay for it, I didn't win anything. It's going to cost me to get it.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. You know, that's the one thing about what he was saying in the company that I later joined. When I first started, I started in It Works Global, and I wasn't able to do the rap thing, and I'm not able-bodied enough to go running around there all these places. I get into a company. I realize that after I get into it, I can't even take the pills that I bought, because my pills that I take to keep me alive
conflicted.
wouldn't let me take those pills, or they would give a reaction.
Uh-huh.
And so, and not only was it an auto ship thing that killed everybody in that thing, but some of their products, they're not customized for their particular needs, wants, or whatever. And if they're not customized for that body, they're not going to be able to take them. They're a waste of their money. So I wasted $100 in products that just sit here. I threw them in the corner. That's what happened to them. They were rubbish. I can't take them. And if I can't take them, I don't want to sell them to somebody else, because they might have an issue. Just like I had a person, as a real dear friend of mine, bought the products, then wound up realizing he had irritable bowel syndrome and couldn't use them. They were hurting him. So he kept accepting them anyways, because he was forced to. This company, that was the other thing this company did. They forced you into making your customers stay on for 3 consecutive months buying that products or buying their products.
That's even
And that's not cool. And so it wound up being that I gave Mike Kelly a $40 pair of speakers to square up the deal of him getting products that he couldn't use just because he was trying to be a friend. And so it was a relationship that went bad because of that. It's one of those things, relationships go bad because of things.
you do have to look at the fine print because you're a representative, or you agree to be a representative and stand for the values of every company that you're backing and that you're trying to grow yourself. So
Exactly.
you really need to read the fine print and the terms of and conditions of every opportunity.
Exactly, Francis. You have to. You have to go into all the facts and all the everything. You got to dig deeper.
I won't even accept somebody until they can explain to me what the company is about. Because if they don't understand the company properly before they even get into it, I won't even let them in my team.
Well, no, they don't have the knowledge. That means you got to train them of the knowledge if they didn't do their due diligence and go look.
Right? And I
It's
will do
just
that before I will accept them. If they are dedicated enough to get the knowledge that
right. It's just like
serves them and others, then and only then will I let them join the team. I'm not in it to just, I'm in it to win it. I'm not in it to put somebody's money in my pocket.
oh, yeah, I know. We've been through that with another person that we won't go into, but he tried so hard to get to somebody else's money. And that's an ego issue. He went about it all about the wrong way. I would never have him as my sponsor ever again. There's no possible way. His ego was bigger than the world. And I don't have to tell you who it was because he's still got an ego issue.
Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about, Carl. I know who it is. Anyway, that's not important. What's important is that we all learn as we
Right.
do as we go. We learn. We know we learn when we connect with people. Who's real? Who's fake? Who's legitimate? Who's lying? Who's telling the truth? Who's full of
Exactly.
shit? So you just got to keep learning and going and going and learning and going and learning. And, that's why I'm really proud of what we're doing with our show, because this is a place where we bring people on and they can say whatever the hell they want. As long as it's not religious, racial, or political, you can say whatever the hell you want here. We don't care. Because we don't want people to feel like they're being censored, or we don't want to limit anybody's ideas or what they feel is important to talk about and when it comes to their life, their journey, whatever they're experiencing. And that's the kind of value I want to give people. I want to give people a voice that they may not have anywhere else. People may not be able to have that voice anywhere else than on the Entrepreneur Power Hour. And that's very important for people to have an outlet to come and to brainstorm and get stuff off their chest and talk with other people who think the way that they do. Because as human beings, we need those connections. We would go crazy if we didn't have those types of connections with others, because we're all supposed to be connected, because everything's connected, right? So if everything in the universe is connected and we're all connected to that energy, then it makes sense that we start to lose motivation, we lose ambition, we lose passion when we don't stay connected to people who are going in the same direction that we're going. Because we all feed off of each other's creative force of energy. We all feed off of each other's desire. We all feed off of each other's ambition and motivation and drive. That's what makes a team work. You're all putting the energy together. You're all focusing on the same goal, and it helps you get there faster because you have more minds working towards the same thing. And that's what we
Exactly.
have here.
That's
You
awesome.
know.
That's awesome, dude. Really.
Thank you. Thank you.
If you want to put many notches on your belt, so to speak, if you want to put winning notches on your belt, would you call it a win if you have somebody that joins you in an opportunity, whether it be a business opportunity or whether it be a philanthropic opportunity? And would you consider it a win if they joined with you and pulled together with you with a solid interest and knowledge of the topic that you're both promoting? Or
Yes.
rather have them just come in because they think that they can take something from you or they're going to get something free for nothing?
No, it's all about teamwork and contribution. Mutual contribution, mutual contribution, mutual idea exchange, and mutual goal. Mutual goal.
I agree, Chris. That's a true win-win situation.
It is, and it's all because of me rediscovering myself and learning so much from Marcia Sortino and from Kareem and from yourself and from Carl and everybody that's involved in what we do with the program that we're in. We're all in it together, and it feels so good to be part of something like that where nobody's going ahead of anybody else and nobody's, we're all doing it together. And as human beings, I think that we all need to belong to something. We all have to belong. We all want to feel like we belong to something. We want to feel connected to something. And that's just a basic human desire that everybody has. Nobody wants to be isolated to the point where they feel so utterly, completely alone. That's where depression sets in and all those kinds of things.
There is no man or no woman in this world that is capable of being an island and being alone.
That's right. That's right.
And I think that's the one biggest realization anyone could make.
Mm-hmm. You're
Exactly.
right.
It's like being a single person like I am. It's like I've been married 3 times, and it's like now I've got to start over again and be single and live by my own and do my own thing. And it's the most strangest thing you ever seen in your life when you're not used to it. I mean, if you're used to being married for 30, 40 years and whatever, and then all of a sudden that's one thing, but when you turn around and you've had 3 different wives and different relationships and different problems with each one, and they had problems with me, and it's all in a working together as a team. We didn't work as a unit. All my wives, we didn't work as a unit.
Carl, before you were married, you worked as a single unit.
Right.
So you go back, you do that again, and you're stronger because you have better knowledge now than you did then. And you grow.
Exactly. Exactly, Francis. Exactly. Because of going through the trials and errors, you become better. But that's getting off the subject matter of that.
Oh no, Carl. It's all relative. It's all relative, buddy.
It's all,
relative.
I mean, we got to connect on some level with every person that you're with. There's some level you're going to connect with them. Like Chris and I, we have a level we connect on. And
Yes.
Kareem and I, we have a level, and Francis and I, and what have you, we have that certain level we can connect on because we have an agreement to. And so it's all in if they agree on what you're doing, if they like what you're doing, and if they like who they're dealing with, well, they're doing it. I mean, it's like going down to the store down here. There's 3 other stores right around us, but they won't go to that because they don't get the same feeling of going there when they leave. Like every time the person will say, "Well, have a good day," or "Have a good one," or you're sending out that vibration for them to have a good day when they leave the building. Now, some stores they wait on you. They don't hardly chat with you. They want to sell their product, and you can feel their energy. They only help to sell their product, and it's the same in business. People can feel that vibration of people wanting to sell just their products when they really need to be
themselves.
asking people what they need to be doing for them.
They got to sell themselves, Kareem. That's what they have to do. They have to sell.
They have to sell
They have
themselves.
to sell their ideas. They got to sell their vision. They got to sell their care, their love, their respect for other people. That's what network marketing's about. You're selling yourself.
It has to be sincere.
That's right. Cindy, I'm interested to hear from you. You've been really quiet. Sorry about that. Go ahead, give us your insights, please. And then Kareem said nothing either yet.
Oh, okay. Well, I've been just listening to everyone, and I basically just what I said before. We just have to listen to other people's needs, and you have to build those personal relationships first, and find out what they need, and building up the curiosity, and like what Carl was saying, you can't give them too many details because they'll have nothing left to ask you about. If you go on and talk too much, and get to know more about them, and ask them what they do for a living, if they like doing it, and just how what Francis was saying about how you like to what I do. Like I could just talk about my full-time job working for the state, and then say I also like to help people with their health, if they have health and wellness issues, and see what they're looking for.
Would you consider yourself a people person? Do you like interacting with other people? What do you feel you could bring to the table as far as a prospective team player on my team? How could you personally, what would your goal be as far as contribution to the team?
Okay. Well, my contribution, helping them with their health and their wellness. If they have issues with their health, if they want to feel better, what I could give them, and just one, me, I do, as you were asking me, I do consider myself a people person. Yes, I like to make friends with all different kinds of people, get to know different people. I've been to places where I don't always have to go with someone, but if I go somewhere, I will mingle and meet new people. I like to mingle a lot and just find out about other people. I'm curious about other people, and I'm both a people and an animal person. I enjoy,
Anybody that likes animals is okay in my book.
Yes. Oh, I love animals.
Good place to start.
So do I. Yep.
So I love both people and animals.
Yeah. Yep. Kareem,
Well, I love people and animals, but the thing is, with animals, they really can't communicate with you.
Well,
You have to kind of read between the lines with them sometimes. They communicate, but you got to know what they're trying to tell you. I mean, obviously, if they're sick, they can't say, "Well, I'm sick," like a grown-up or a person. So
Right.
you kind of got to feel their nose or what have you to see if it's dry or.
There are a lot of people that can't.
Make sure they're eating. If they're not eating, that's a major problem. You know that if they're not eating, or if they're not playful and acting the way that they should be, that they normally do. If they're not nudging and and chasing after your shoelaces, or your cat's not taking all the napkins out of the napkin holder, and I can't keep napkins in my napkin holder. My 9-year-old cat, I had a bunch of napkins, and they were all sprawled across the table, and I said, well, they used the litter box. I better not use these napkins. I threw them all away, but she just took every napkin out of the napkin holder. So when they're doing things like that, they must be still feeling up there.
Well, as you were saying, Francis, about humans do the same thing. They don't know how to communicate. Like there's some people I know that we have that you've brought into me to talk with, and they don't know really how to communicate that well. It's like you got to speak for them, and because they haven't developed their.
You got to learn how to pull the answer out of them that you're looking for. Whether it's exactly what you want them to say, you've got to get them to the point that you can understand where they're coming from.
With a connection.
What you want to hear or not. Just you got to get them to make their view or their point or their focus clear.
Exactly. It's in a connection. It's just like with owning a pet. You have to have that connection to know what that problem that pet is having. Well, it's the same thing with people. If they're not going to tell you, you got to pull it out of them. It's like when we was talking with Mentoring for Free. A green personality is like pulling information up a wet rope. And that's just exactly what it is. You cannot pull that information out of them unless they want to freely give it to you. If they don't want to give it to you, you're going to be sitting there saying, well, how am I going to give that extra pull to get that little squirt of information out? And that's the problem with some people. You really have to connect with them. It's like Bob there that comes on there. He is a green personality through and through, and you can't even connect. You can't even get him to put his opinion in it. Bob, the CEO, whatever, I can't remember what his name, but he was the one that introduced me to Leon Watson. But you could have him on a call, and he wouldn't say nothing. He just sat back in the background and listened to you. That's all he'd do.
Bob Schultz.
No, it was another guy named Bob from over in Pakistan.
I don't know if I met him.
Bob Kahn.
That might be.
Kahn, yeah.
That's right, Francis. Kareem, you're awfully quiet.
I'm actually impressed. I heard some of the most interesting insights I've heard in a while.
Thank you. From all of us, yeah, I know. Well, what about yours? We want to hear some of yours.
Yeah, feed us.
I actually think the biggest connection I made is my brother Chris, which is why I'm here. But he approached it differently when we were getting to know each other. Most people would say, do you want to be in an opportunity? I'd say no. Then they'd ask to reconnect. And I wasn't really interested in that. But when me and Chris started talking about, I don't even know what, like relationships and music and stuff. And it just came up from there. We don't agree on everything. Actually, sometimes we even disagree a lot of stuff, and somebody will get mad. And especially on music. But we're still doing the show together, so I guess it just goes to show. Take an interest in what other people are doing, not just...
You know I'm laughing.
Yeah.
You know I'm laughing. I was on there one night, and they was going right back and forth about their band and that band and this band and that band, and I didn't take it the right way. I said, this is the way you take this, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry about that, but...
No, Carl, it's because we're both so passionate about the music we love.
Yes.
And it's very hard it's hard to agree with someone when you're passionate about something that really gets you and really grabs and moves you inside.
Mm-hmm.
It's difficult to agree with someone that may have a different outlook on whatever, and that's okay. I mean,
I like all kinds of music.
Cool. What are some of the musicians you enjoy, Cindy?
Okay, well, I like rock and roll, and like when I was in college, we listened to AC/DC.
Oh yeah.
Like Bon Jovi and Daryl Hall and John Oates and.
Wow.
Cool. Yeah, I'm an Aussie freak.
I liked a lot of, I probably listened to some heavy metal too.
Right.
College.
I'm an Aussie freak myself.
What about Metallica? Do you like Metallica?
Yeah, I like Metallica. Some of Metallica.
I was talking to Cindy.
Yes, I like I like some of theirs. I like all kinds.
All right.
Francis likes metal. That's awesome.
Yeah, I love that. Francis, you're so unique.
She likes metal.
Okay. How is
Metallica, Slipknot, Blue Oyster Cult.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
ZZ and
ZZ Top.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a classic freak,
I
so
grew up listening to ZZ Top and stuff like that. My dad had like a huge collection of rock and metal, so I really really liked Jimi Hendrix a lot and the Doors.
Oh,
you have to die.
I love Jim Morrison and Jimi Hendrix. I even like Janis Joplin.
Why did they have to die, man?
I know, isn't it crazy?
overdose Janis Joplin? That was so sad.
That
Well,
killed.
she died. Yeah, and Jimi Hendrix died.
Joplin and
Kurt Cobain died. Don't forget Kurt Cobain.
Oh yeah, we can't forget
yes.
him.
that's
It's great. Oh, did you guys know that the drummer of Motorhead, he died too just a couple days ago?
Yeah, I heard,
How?
61 years old and he's dead.
Young.
wow, that's crazy.
I know. I love Motorhead too. I mean,
I
they're
can't
all.
get over the Ozman though. I
Yeah.
can't get over Ozzy Osbourne. I think he's still alive. He's still rocking that
Oh, he's
rocker.
still alive.
Warren's still alive.
Listen to him.
He's still alive. Ozzy's
I
still
started
alive.
with Black Sabbath with him. I started
Yes.
with Black Sabbath with him.
I love Black Sabbath.
I am Iron Man.
Yeah, I know, eh, Carl? Yeah.
Oh,
I lived that way my whole life.
Vegan Black Metal Chef too. Vegan Black Metal Chef on Facebook. I met him at a Veg Fest.
Okay.
He's a Vegan Black Metal Chef on Facebook. You can look him up too.
Black Metal Chef?
Yes.
Really? That's.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow! I didn't know there was a.
And he has so many good vegan recipes and everything.
He's called the Black Metal Chef.
Yes, Vegan Black Metal Chef.
Vegan Black Metal Chef. No, it doesn't.
He was all dressed up at a Veg Fest at the Albany, the Polish Community Center in Albany, New York. I met him, and there was this guy all dressed up, his face painted black and white and everything, all dressed up.
Yep, that's black metal for sure. Yep. Yep.
Another form of connection.
Exactly. So he's
Another form of connection right here, Chris.
So he's a
Another
vegan,
form of
eh?
connection.
he's vegan.
Right?
Oh,
I'm
yes,
sorry.
he's vegan. And
Okay.
he lets you know about different vegan restaurants to eat at and different like cruises to go on where they have vegan food and stuff, so that you have some choices of different foods to eat. So everywhere you go, isn't just all like meat and stuff, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to. Right now.
And another thing, I wanted to mention is anyone know about Trevor Foster from the Social Samurai? I'm going to be doing his program. Now he teaches you how to reach out to people and build curiosity too. So I'm going to be doing that at some point soon. I got through the first module, but I've been busy with some other things now. The holidays coming up and different things, but yeah, I want to be doing that. And then Rick Berry has some ideas about building ID Life too and using the Social Samurai program and Marcia Sartino.
Right.
So that's a good way he'll teach you how to connect online with people.
Yep.
Anyone hear of him before? He lives in Canada.
Okay.
I've talked to him.
I don't know him.
He's a nice guy. He sends all his comments and video messages, so I would message back and he would send like a text. So.
How we just connected on all those levels
Yeah.
all at once. We just connected on 65. Miss 65 and Holden over there is connecting with us about rock music. I said,
know.
that's crazy. What a connection.
So cool. She's so cool, man. I love Frances.
I know it. I just can't get over that. That was a nice connection.
From Francis.
Cindy likes a lot of cool music too, man. That's awesome.
I'm not putting her down. Don't get me wrong. I'm not putting anybody down in particular. I'm just saying I just can't get over how we just all made that connection about rock music and certain groups that we liked, and that was had nothing to do with business. It's just music, but nonetheless, we made a connection.
See,
that was awesome.
Started out with pets.
you know, Carl, that metal and rock are that's the music that liberates people, because it means something. It's music and art that means something, and it has a purpose, just like Pay Me What I'm Worth, just like the Entrepreneur Power Hour, just like Nightingale Conant, Tony Robbins, Bob Proctor,
Oh, wow.
Joe Vitale, all that. Because the real artistic expression resonates with people. It means something, and that's
Yes,
what
it does.
that's what attracts me.
You're
That's
so
what
right, Chris.
that's what attracts me to metal. Is it changed my life. It's made me a stronger person. It's made me a better person. It's kept me from doing things to myself that may have been harmful or destructive.
It
When I was-
really liberates you.
It's a release. It's a
Yes,
release.
it does liberate you.
Yes, and we all need a release. Like, some people like to paint, other people like to crochet or quilt. Some people go fishing. Some people like to whatever it is. We all need that release from life. We need to release those emotions that we feel that are pent up, because life is stressful. Life can be really good sometimes, and life can be terrible. And during those terrible times, it's important that you have something to release that negative energy through. And that's what music does for me, and that's why it's so important in my life. And
Bravo, Chris. Bravo. I see a completely different side of you tonight than I saw of you the first time I met you.
thank you.
You were in a very dark place, and sweetheart, I applaud you. You are coming back, and you're coming back strong.
Thank you.
Yes,
Go.
Last weekend you were very teary-eyed, and I see that you're stronger this weekend. Like, you seem like you're doing better this weekend than you were last week, and you seem more teary-eyed last weekend.
So
Yeah,
proud of you, Chris.
it's the grief that I've been going through from losing Sarah. It comes in waves, and so I mean, it is getting easier,
I'm
but
not going to say I told you so, but it's always going to be there, sweetheart. It just gets easier.
no, you're right. Of course, you're right.
I told you that. It gets easier, but I couldn't say it would happen in 24 hours, 2 weeks, 6 months,
Yeah.
2 years, 3 years. It gets easier.
Yes.
And
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so glad to see your heart and your mind are so much lighter now.
Well, here's the thing, Francis. I've been through so many times like that.
There was nowhere to go but up.
That's right. That's right. And I'm just thinking, you know what? I cannot let anything like that keep me down anymore. I used to let things like that keep me down. And now I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to kick the door in and say, no more.
That's right, buddy. You just say, move over, world. I'm coming through.
That's right. That's right. And
There you go.
it's also because I have wonderful people like you guys in my life too. That's what really helps a lot, is having support, having people who love and care about me, and me being able to give my love to you guys. That's so important to me, because I want to be an amazing person, and I want to be a great person, and I want to help others become.
You're a terrific individual.
Thank you. Well, so are you.
I'm meeting you. I'm glad I know you.
What did you say, Cindy?
I
Sorry?
really enjoyed meeting you. I'm glad I got to know you and everything, and
Thank you.
we become really good friends. And
Yes.
how was your date? That's right. Is this a
Oh
date?
yeah, I went out. Yeah, I had a date last weekend.
Ooh, do tell.
Oh boy.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
Mama wants to
Glad
know.
I opened that one up.
Oh boy, it's a lot. I didn't expect this on the hangout. I'm just saying.
It's all good. No, this is fine. No, she's cool. We're gonna see each other next week sometime. I'm just taking it really easy and just being casual and just hanging out, and it went okay. We watched a couple movies and had some coffee, so it was all right. I'm gonna take her out for supper next week though, and treat her to some supper and maybe take her to a movie or something. And then yeah, so it'll be cool. That's yeah, it went all right. Yeah.
Good.
I'm going to go to the movies tomorrow afternoon. I think I'm going to treat myself, go to a matinee.
Oh, what are you gonna go see?
Well, you'll probably laugh, but I might go see the Charlie Brown movie. I'm a big kid at heart.
I love Charlie Brown. The Peanuts movie? Is
Yeah, I
there a
want to
Peanuts
go.
movie?
Too bad you didn't live closer, Chris. Or I
There's
think go see that movie Brooklyn. I have
there's
to
a,
look online. You know, there's some good movies out there. And lucky for me, I went through all my stuff. Pay me what I'm worth. We had to go through all our stuff, and I found 2 free movie tickets that I got, so I don't have to pay for anything for the next couple of movies.
there's a Charlie Brown movie. I didn't know that.
Yes, well, maybe because you're in Canada, they're probably not having it in Canada now. I don't know how much of Charlie Brown you see in Canada. I don't know.
I love the Peanuts. I watched it when I was a kid. I still watch that. That's a great show.
I'm a big kid, and I don't care what anyone says, but that's okay. My mother says, "Oh, you want to go see the Charlie Brown movie?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I don't need to have someone to take. I mean, I'll just take it. I can be in if that's for adults or kids. That's how I look at it.
Charles Schultz is a great animator, so yeah, I hope you enjoy it. That's awesome. Wow. I didn't know you made a Peanuts movie.
Charles Schultz
They
died.
never make it. And that's one thing. Disney, I never thought he'd become a cartoonist. They said, "Oh no, you don't have what it takes." And there's someone right there, one of my heroes. He had what it. I like him better than a lot of the Disney stuff. So they're Disney,
Yeah. Me too.
I
Wow.
love those kids.
They just had Charlie Brown's Christmas on TV here.
They always do that every year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I had no idea they were making a Charlie Brown movie. I'm going to have to find that because me and my friend Kyle, he's like 30, 39, he loves that stuff. So we just have a bunch of beers and watch that and laugh our asses off. That'd be great, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, I liked Peanuts, but there's a few others that Charles Schultz did that I like too. So.
What are some of those other ones? I don't quite remember, Carl. What are they?
Didn't he do Beetle Bailey?
No, that's I can't remember who did Beetle Bailey. Because I used to read the Saturday comics in the paper all the time. I still do. So, man, who the heck made Beetle?
I was thinking he did the Pink Panther, but I guess maybe I could be wrong.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I could be wrong because it wasn't one of his biggest things. But
I wasn't into the Pink Panther movies. I just wasn't.
Yeah.
And Roadrunner, the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show. That's all him.
That's Looney Tunes. And Warner Brothers owns Roadrunner. That's who does Roadrunners.
Oh yeah. But
Not like Flintstones.
there's so much greatness.
That's animation. All this computer-generated crap, that's not animation. Animation is hand-drawn, man. That's animation. That's how it still should be to this day. People
Yeah, they should have never changed it.
with people sitting down with a canvas and drawing. That's the
That's
animation.
right. I don't like it all computerized either.
No.
I want to sit down and paint or do something. I don't want it on the computer. I won't do it on the computer.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, we used to just doodle in school. We had free time. We'd take like a notepad and draw stick characters, and then the second pad we'd draw it with the leg extended, and the third one we'd have the next leg behind, and then it looked like when you flipped the pages the character was running. But we used to just play with the animation that way back in school.
That's crazy, the animation that's crazy what we're connecting on again. I mean, that's another connection. We're connecting on another level. We're connecting on media like Charles Schultz and stuff like that. I mean, world is one big connection, isn't it?
Oh,
Just
kitty.
like Chris said, we all connected into the same universe. He's cute. She's cute.
I've got 2 cats. The other one's sleeping behind me, but this is my boy. Look how big he is. Look at how big this cat is.
And he's
Wow.
so, he's so
It's like a
trusty.
coon cat.
Let you
Oh.
take for using me. And what kind of dog do you have, Cindy?
A Chihuahua.
A Chihuahua. Aw.
I have 2 cats and a Chihuahua.
That's a cutie.
Hi.
Buddy.
Hello, puppy.
Cool.
Oh.
And our good friend Kareem has birds.
You have birds, Kareem?
He has a condor, a golden condor, which is a parrot, and he's got parakeets. What else do you have, Kareem? Where did he go?
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Back.
Kareem!
What do you have for pets? Oh, he's on.
Why can't he hear us? What's he doing?
He's muted.
Kareem!
He's muted. The white one. The white light. The white.
He went to get his drink and just got back.
He's got his headset off. There it is.
Hello.
We were asking what kind of birds you have. I know you have a condor and 3 parakeets. What else do you have?
I have a conure, 3 parakeets, and they just laid eggs, and I have 1 canary.
Oh, he has a canary too. Yeah, he's got a conure. It's a beautiful parrot. Beautiful
Yeah,
parrot.
he's cool.
He is
Yeah,
really cool.
Talking the other night when Kareem and I were on we were on a voice chat, and I heard the bird calling, "Hey,
Yeah.
hey."
Well, they was trying to connect too, Francis.
The bird got left out.
They was trying to make a connection too, you know.
Yeah, he got left out. I think I felt guilty because I was taking his daddy away from him, and I was
Oh.
Kareem's time, and I think the bird was jealous.
Was your bird jealous, Kareem?
Maybe.
Maybe.
He gets hyper sometimes.
Yeah, they're all cool, and it shows your character to have a pet and be able to take care of a pet in the right way. I mean, I've known people in the past that didn't take care of their pet the right way, and they didn't make a good connection with me when they're doing things to their pet abusive, and then they're laughing about it. And I'm sitting there saying, well, I wish I could slap the stupid right out of that person's, because that's ignorant. They can't protect themselves. I mean, here they are trying to make a connection with them.
Take care of it.
I
Well,
used
your
to
mom
have
won't care.
I used to have a pet raccoon, and the raccoon, it's their instinct to wash everything before they eat it. They're very clean. Well, we used to put tricks on the raccoon because we'd give him ice cubes, and he'd drop the ice cube in the water to clean it, and the ice cube would disappear, and he'd splat from water everywhere.
But that's the thing is, we're no different. We're no different than animals. I mean, when I've needed my help from different people, I've gone to Frances, and she's been right there, just like as if I was a pet that needed some kind of help or whatever. She was there to connect and to make sure that I understood what was going on, and that's part of the connecting scene, right? I mean, that's what Francis has done for me.
I reckon.
And you did do that. You've done it many times. You've bridged the gap. You loved me that much where you wasn't going to leave me standing by the wayside. And that's part of a connection. To love somebody just like an animal. You love them that much, they make a connection with you, and you make a connection with them. Well, it's no different than that than a human connection. You made a connection with me many years ago when you stood up and bridged the gap and says, you get back in your caves there, son. You bridged that gap.
Never going to do that now. You made me
I'm never
sound like
going to live that down because that was a connection thing that you and I made
yeah,
that
but
brought us close together.
you make me sound fearless, and I'm really not.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, but you sure put that guy back in his cage. I don't know if you think you're fearless or not, but he went back in his cage real quick.
I don't tolerate the BS. Not very good.
No, not very good at all. But it's the connection that we made. It's like we've had our little spats back and forth, Francis and I, and we broke away from each other for a month or so, but we're back together, stronger than ever. We just know our boundaries, right, Francis? And I think that's part of connecting too, is to know the boundaries.
I plead the fifth.
I think that's part of connection as well, is to know the boundaries, or at least to stretch out the boundaries of each person, you know? You don't want to step over their boundaries.
We stretched out the boundaries, and we allow ourselves to agree to disagree. Because if you say flat out, we reached an agreement, did you, Francis? I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth based on anything I say may incriminate me or hold me to it.
Nice. I like it.
Oh, I love you, Francis. I'm glad you came on. I was telling these guys, you know what? This lady, I tell you right now, she can be sitting invisible. And as soon as I drop something in that chat box, I can almost bank before too long I'll be hearing from her. What did I tell you guys? Didn't I tell you guys that same thing? As we was gathering up people to try to come to the Entrepreneur Power Hour? I says, you watch, she'll be right completely offline.
Now I went do not disturb because you all are my main focus, and where I choose that I would rather be, and not being pulled in 6 or 7 different directions like I've been all day.
Right?
So I just went invisible so I could hide.
Yep.
In other words, you was done connecting for the day, in other words, right? And it only has to be certain people.
You rank, so I connected with you.
Yeah, I know. And, you know, that's amazing. Like I told these guys prior to the show, you watch. She says she's not on. It's not even lit up. But I'll put this in there, invite her to it, and I'll hear from her within the next few minutes. And sure enough, these guys were right there listening. And you did. I said, oh, there's Francis.
I'm glad you know me that well, Carl.
Well,
Hey, go to the head of the class.
you taught me that well, young lady. What do you expect? I connected with you. Isn't that what it's all about?
Something.
That's what it's all about, is connecting, isn't it? I mean, we made a connection that will last the rest of our lives, and that's what we need to have a connection in business or in any other connection, relationship. Just like you and your husband there, Francis. You love him right to death, but you have your moments in which you've got to agree to disagree.
Yeah. He trained.
But you are very blessed.
I am. I'm a rolling diva.
You are very blessed to have a husband
I'm in a wheelchair.
with such intelligence.
AKA I'm the rolling diva.
AKA the rolling diva. I love you for that. That was awesome. AKA the rolling diva. That's Francis for you right there.
And Chris, your ears must have been burning because you've been on my mind recently, I would say the past 24 hours.
Wow. Thank you.
And I do want to connect with you because
Sure.
think you could put a spin on something I'm doing, and I would just like your input on it.
Okay, sure. No problem.
We'll connect at some point after the.
Did your Skype account get hacked?
Pardon me?
Did your Skype account get hacked? Because there was a mysterious message that somebody had sent me about an opportunity. Create a Twitter account, connect it to your autoresponder. This has got to be the coolest tool I've seen in a long time to collect leads, blah, blah, blah. I know this wasn't you that sent this, so somebody hacked your account.
I did send you a message similar to that.
Okay.
That was probably to do with the Twitter leads, right, Francis, that you're involved in?
Tweet leads.
Tweet leads.
Okay. I thought somebody hacked your account and sent this. It looks like
No.
a hacked message. Okay, that's fine then. Okay.
Because I've seen the same message out there.
Prior, my sign-on used to be Francis Richardson 45, and I got my Skype account hacked. I lost all of my connections, and even Carl, but the good ones I really communicated with, I got them back.
That's good. Okay, good. Good. No, I was just wondering about that because it just seems like a message that was spammed from somebody, and I thought maybe you got hacked. That's all. But that's good to know that you didn't get hacked. That's cool. Okay, good.
Not this time, knock on wood.
Not this time, not on wood.
You know.
It's just,
Let's see, knock on wood.
no, your head's not made of wood.
Where did Kareem go? Oh, he's right there.
No, he's just sitting back in the background
Up
listening.
here.
He
I
keeps
was
getting
Yeah.
gone or vanished or something.
5 years of my life not knowing whether my name was Dammit or Francis. My name is Francis. Have you done this? Damn it, Francis. Have you gotten into that again?
Yeah.
What's my name? Wrote my name in kindergarten. Damn it, Francis.
Damn it, Francis again. It's strange on how that you start off in school and you feel like you're not connecting with people, and then all of a sudden you get people that come around you and, hey, I like you. Can we talk? What? And it's like you feel like you're excluded from everybody else, and then all of a sudden someone steps up and says, I want to talk with you. I want to get to know you.
Know you that?
Exactly, and that's all part of connecting. I mean, all the time that I was out in school and I had I was called pizza face because I had, pimples and what have you.
Yeah, people are assholes, Carl.
And it was like I thought myself of the worst of all, and I lived that way through most of my life until I got into. At first, it was mentoring for free. That was a little stepping stone to get in to pay me what I'm worth. And now I realize I'm worth $1 trillion. I'm great.
I think I owe a lot. I owe a lot to mentoring for free because it helped me get out of that funk I was in, that abyss I was in for so long. Mentoring for free gave me a purpose. Mentoring for free gave me a way of meeting new people and beginning on the journey to personal development. So I really, really thank mentoring for free for that. And it introduced me to Kareem Mays, who was like my lifelong business partner. So, there was a lot of good things about mentoring for free that I
We met each other.
Yeah. And
I
met
think I
all
want
you.
to.
Stepping stone.
It
No.
was.
Yeah.
It was just a stepping stone.
I think actually mentoring for free taught me that I had to make relationships with other people and not just what I was doing. So it was definitely a great stepping. But it wasn't a destination because I wanted to do my own
Internet
thing.
connections broken up.
You broke up there, Kareem.
Yeah. Something's wrong with his internet. Oops.
You had a broken cord in the mic or something.
Please stand by. We are having technical difficulties.
I missed all of you. I said when I was in mentoring for free, Marsha left, and then I didn't hear you
Can
on
you
the
hear
phone
me?
anymore, Chris, and I missed. I said, where'd everyone go? And I contacted Marsha to find out.
Marsha made a big dent. I'm telling you right now, Marsha made a big dent. When she walked the line, she made a dent in mentoring for free that they can't ever get back. They can't ever bring back Chris's energy. They can't ever bring back Marsha's energy.
On yours either, Carl.
Well, yeah, I guess I didn't put my worth in there. I did bring a lot of energy to the plate.
You gotta remember that you are worth a lot too, and that you have a lot to contribute, Carl. You're a brilliant man.
Yeah, don't sell yourself short.
Yeah, man, your eyes are wide open, buddy. You know what's going on. You know what's up. You know how to be you're becoming an entrepreneur. You know what it's all about, man. You're a smart man, dude. Like, seriously. I love listening to what you have to say because I learn something from you each time I talk with you. Every time I talk with you about something, I learn something from you, Carl. So it's
Well, I do the same here with you, dude. You are intelligent beyond your years, same as Kareem.
Thank
And
you.
I'm not discrediting anybody else.
no,
And I
no,
want
you're-
to commend you, Chris, from where I seen you when I first met you to where you are now. I mean,
Isn't that a 360?
it's a complete 360. When I first met him, he was coming on there, and then I think I kind of pushed him a little bit because I
Yes.
was going to take that show if you didn't. I was going to take that personality color training call.
I
And
know.
I think you knew that. And I put that into your heart. I think I did. You better
did.
step up there, bud.
You did,
And
yeah.
you did
The personality
fantastic.
colors training was my favorite. Learning about different people's personality colors. That was my favorite.
Yeah, it was a good call. It was a really good call. And now that we know all about it, we know how to read people and how to relate to people. So
It's a valuable tool.
it
Yes,
is.
connection tool. A very, very valuable connection tool is personality color training. Yes, most definitely.
Yes. Yep. So, Kareem, what are you thinking right now?
I just wanted to say I completely agree because it gave me a lot of skills that I didn't have before. And now that I have them, it's time to do my own thing, which I'm doing right now. I also, if it's okay, do a quick call to action.
Go ahead, man.
Okay.
Go ahead, man.
Show,
Rock
we
it.
can do whatever we want. Go ahead, man.
Okay. So I'm just gonna grab a couple of things here.
And congrats on our numbers, by the way. Our numbers are awesome.
Yeah. I think we're doing good. It's gonna take time. You gotta put in your time.
Well, you only eat that elephant one bite at a time, so
I agree. So
It's looking Cheryl tonight.
can you see my screen?
yes.
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
it was.
You can go to the entrepreneurpowerhour.com. You just go in here, put in your first name, your email address, click sign me up, and you can get updates for the show, whatever the topic will be, and our trailer video. So that's fairly simple, just the entrepreneurpowerhour.com.
Now,
Name and yeah.
what I'm seeing on your screen now is Wim Out 2. It's like a portal picture, a still picture.
Oh, I'm not really moving it. It's just my name and
Oh, there it is. Okay, now I see the capture page.
yeah. So that's pretty much it. Just Kareem, email, sign me up. Just like that, first name, email, sign me up, and you can get email updates. Other than that, I added one thing to the membership site. I think I've showed you guys, so I'm not going to bug you with like all the details, but one thing I was thinking, to make it similar to different social media sites and to add this. I thought this would be a good idea. At first, I didn't. If you go to more on one of the gallery pages, you can actually create a gallery. You can name them out an album, which I'm not going to do because I just named one. And what you can do actually is put pictures in there, and you can see who you want to share them. You want to share them with everyone, friends only, or nobody. So you can have pictures there that you're uploading yourself. You can have pictures that your friends can see, and pictures that everyone can see. And if you click it, that's what it looks like. I was just testing it. And that's in addition to everything else. I'm going to be trying to add interviews, our best shows, live training, and some boot camp videos to help out other entrepreneurs, as well as some other stuff I'm working on. That's about it. Any questions, comments, insults? Do you like the new functionality?
I like the look of it. I haven't seen I haven't seen the site in the entirety since you revamped it. I can't hear you. Something happened. Your mic's muted.
I just added that gallery thing. I don't know why it keeps muting me, but I just added that little gallery thing for fun. And it's because one reason in my head I thought, hey, that might be something cool just to help somebody out. So
It'll bring out a lot of people.
And they might want to upload. I just know that different sites you can upload pictures, and if someone wanted to upload a picture of something, as long as it's not inappropriate, because I can see what they're going to upload, I thought it would be a good functionality. Other than that, that's all I got.
And you're well versed in WordPress. And
I have some ability. I wouldn't say I'm well versed, but I have some ability.
Comparatively speaking.
I have some skills, yes.
Comparatively speaking, you're well versed. I would love for you, if you have the time, to look at my new website I just published and help me to tweak it.
Okay.
Give me your feedback.
Sure. I'd love to.
If that wouldn't be an imposition, I would really appreciate it.
No, that'd be definitely fine. I mean, just we'll talk sometime, and I'll see what's going on and give you some ideas and some input.
Okay.
Other than that, I had a fun time listening, actually.
I'll just PM in the link to you in Skype, and when you get a chance to look at it, you can give me your feedback.
Okay, sure, yeah, I'd like to. Other than that, guys, I really enjoyed everything, and like Rick and them, so I guess they had some things, couldn't make it. I know the holidays are rough time, so thanks everybody for coming. I had a lot of fun, and I learned a lot.
Sorry about that.
No, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that I really missed Rick and Cheryl, and I hope they're all right, as you say, because they're usually a regular, and they always give great insights, and I just love having them on, so we'll have to communicate more with them.
Oh, yeah. I like them too, but sometimes, like when it was your birthday, you couldn't make it, or so if people have stuff going on and can't make it, like I don't get mad. I just sometimes I get worried if someone's regular. Yes.
It's just they make those connections.
And I totally agree with you, man.
I miss all of you when I couldn't be here. You were in my prayers and in my thoughts, and I wished all of you the best, but I just couldn't make it when I couldn't make it.
That's fine, Francis.
That's fine,
Yeah, but that's the idea, We have a connection, and that's what this show was all about. We made that connection, so now it's like a piece of you is missing when you're not there.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's the way it should feel. So because if I don't want to force people, I want people to have so much fun, enjoy what they're doing, that they come back. And in doing that, we build what we built so thus far and keep expanding.
It was just like Cindy thinking that she may have missed it. At least she had that feeling that she wanted to be on here.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? It was that connection. She knew she had an event tonight. It was Saturday night, and she was worried as to whether she missed it. And you said, "Oh no, you're fine, you're fine." But it was the idea that she had a connection with us. She wanted to be on there for that connection.
Yeah, and that's the whole, I think, point of making friends and starting to like what other people are into. They want to know what you're doing, and if they really get immersed in it, like you get, and that you really start to create something that not only gives people a lot of value, but they're happy to be a part of. And I'm really happy not only that I'm doing that, but you guys are going to be able to do that as well. So it's great.
I learned that I can go invisible and nobody can find me.
Yeah, apparently.
I love you, Francis, sweetie. You're somebody special. I could be sitting there and I can see you right offline. I said, yeah, I told these guys. That's just what I told these guys. You watch. She'll be right offline and I'll get her on there. And all of a sudden, there you are.
Francis, I got a question for you.
Yes, ask away.
What was it like working for Nightingale Conant? What did you learn working for Nightingale Conant? I mean, did you get to meet a lot of really cool people on there? I mean, what did you learn working for
I got to meet a lot of entrepreneurial type people, and just people that back in that day, I look back now and say entrepreneur types, but I didn't relate to that in that vein at the time. They were just people that I knew were at 20 years old. I knew them to be very influential in their own sector of friends and very economically settled and safe. But I knew them to be genuine in the way they approached life. And if I learned anything from Earl, it was Mr. Nightingale. But if I learned anything from Earl, there I go again. If I learned anything from him at that stage, it was to be yourself and to feel that you have a value, whether you see it or not. He instilled in me a much higher level of expectation of myself and not to sell myself short.
That's cool. That's cool. Kareem, where are you? Are you there?
He made everybody that he connected with feel like that. It was just something that he was able to do, and I guess maybe vicariously it rubbed off that he never looked at any man as a lesser man or woman. Everybody was of some value to society, unless they were being carted away in a paddy wagon with handcuffs on, and he just saw him shoot somebody, for whatever reason. Then he might question the value to society. But everybody that he met is John Q. Public had a value to him, had a value in his life.
That's cool. That's really cool. Wow.
I was very lucky to be at a seminar in the Amway Corporation. And I got a chance to hear a lot of the similarities that you're talking about from Dexter Yeager. He empowered me to even think about marketing a long time ago. And then all of a sudden it came up to me right out of the blue, and it was like somebody introduced me back to network marketing. It was like a fluke. But I learned from Dexter Yeager a long time ago, never ever discredit yourself or your abilities. Never ever do that. Because when you do that, you put yourself in a little tiny box. And he told us, everybody up on the stage,
Right. Get
out
out.
of that box. And he made everybody laugh. I want everybody in here, and I want you to get out of that box, and I want you to show your worth, because you are worth. And that's what Dexter Yeager told us one time up on the stage. And I'll never forget it.
In Dexter Yeager's house, his daughter was my maid of honor at my first wedding. So I had dinner in Dexter Yeager's house many times.
Wow, that's amazing that you guys know such diverse and interesting people. And that is part of making great connections. But I am going to have to end it now.
I'm going to call it a wrap.
Well,
I'm going to call it a wrap.
I'm going to call it the wrap.
Okay.
Okay.
If you like chicken or fish. But a lot of great insights. This was a great one, and hopefully we have the Rick and Cheryl combo and Stefan next time.
yeah.
But other than that,
I think we should move it to 6 p.m. next week, so Stefan, it's a lot easier for Stefan to get on.
yeah, I think we could do it a little bit earlier too, if you guys are cool.
Do it for 7 Eastern, and I'll make sure I have my clock set for 6 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do it a little bit earlier, guys, because some people are having some time or that they're going to bed or doing stuff with their kids. So we'll push it up, and then we'll keep it there. But other than that, guys, thanks for rocking it. See you next week.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Hey, we rock anyways.
New time, same place. Bye, everybody.
New time.